Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy Sniper Stocks FX, and operating under the company called 013 ATM FX. All right. So I hope you had a good week. I hope you had a great trading week that we just closed off yesterday, which is normally okay. What I've noticed is markets run on Sunday to Saturday. So now, basically, we are in the new trading week for derivative instruments, and we will be shortly around 6 o'clock New York local time. We'll be looking at the stocks, not the stocks, but the indices and futures to be operating again. So now, just a quick recap as to what we expected yesterday, not yesterday, but last week for the trading week for this instrument. For this one, we saw that we wanted to see lower prices and the weekly candlestick. That's what it provided. That's what it printed on the chart. So it took for that one, and hopefully this one as well will be looking to us to continue pushing further down. And there's also a possibility that it can just come into this fair value gap and then attempt to go lower. That's what I foresee. Then attempt to this fair value gap and attempt to go and then attempt to go lower. However, if it's not going to have the power to come into this fair value gap, then the only thing that it should be doing is making lower prices, making lower prices, making lower prices towards this monthly level, as you can see here. As you can see, it's a monthly level. I got this from a monthly level. All right, so I just want to make this one short and quick, and then let's head over to the V51S. Okay, this one we saw that it's kind of like rejecting to go to this fair value gap, but it just went over above this high and it just went down. So remember, we wanted to see it come at least below this lows, of which it did, and it seems like it wants to come into fair value gap, which is what we wanted to see or spoke of last week. You see. All right, my battery is running low, so I will have to plug in my charger. Let me see if I can find it. All right. Okay. All right, we back again. So we wanted to see a run lower to these prices. However, let me mention this quickly. All along, I've been looking for price to come to this fair value gap. It is just to bump above these highs, and then it can move lower however it wants. But it seems like it denied me that, and now it just went. Because I also said that if it's gonna continue failing to go up to this fair value gap, then it's gonna look for these lows. And by the looks of things, it's running for this fair value gap down here. So of which that's gonna happen by the end of this week or probably in the next 2 weeks. And then we can be able to determine if it wants to push higher into the fair value gap or continue and run lower into this fair value gap down here. All right, so that one, okay, I can neither say it was perfect or what, because it was not in line with my bias firstly. But overall, I can say, since I wasn't actually sure if it wanted to push higher into the fair value gap or lower to below these lows plus this fair value gap down here. But as it played out, as you can see, it only printed to the lower side. Most likely, I would like to see it print down to these lows down here, and you'll be able to take it from there after, and only when it trades from there or into that area. So with that, with this one, I cannot say confidently so that I was right or was wrong, but I was kind of in between with this one. But with the V75, we've been looking for lower higher prices ever since it was strongly towards the downside and moving towards this monthly level down here. All right, so we're done with V51L. Okay, so what am I saying? Just to recap, I'm basically foreseeing lower prices further, but there's a possibility that it can just come into this fair value gap and just continue aggressively to the lower side. So overall bias, we're still bearish. And then with V51S, we are bearish into this fair value gap down here. That's what I see on the weekly candle basis playing out. All right, let's head over to NASDAQ as well as USDT. Okay, first things first. USDT, I've been looking for price to go up to the 50 price level. And then, and only then, maybe continue lower. However, it's kind of still bullish because it's not closing below this low or these lows, you see. So for me, I'm still bullish. I'm still looking for that 50,000 price level. And I don't care, it can be wrong however it wants me to be wrong, but I'm still looking for that price level, which is the 50k. And by the looks of things, as we stand right now, is so this is nice for me to see that price can do this, and then that. Well, not in 1 week though. Maybe in the next couple of weeks playing out, we will see some bullishness. Maybe the first week, maybe the coming week, just to go below the 48312.6 price level, and then start to push inside towards the 50k price level. On my side, that's what I see, and I don't expect this move to be in 1 week. It can happen, obviously, but it will be overzealous for me to say I would like to see this price move to be in 1 week. Maybe probably in the next 2-3 weeks or so. Yeah, let me put it that way. And I can be wrong, but my bias for this instrument, which is USDT, I am still bullish. I'm looking for that 50k price level. All right, and wait, I'm also seeing something here. I'm also seeing this low here, so there's also a possibility that we can see such a thing. Let's see. All right, that's for USDT, and probably as it stands, we might be bearish next week, coming this week, and then after that push higher. However, only price we can only prove that once price or the market is open. All right, so let's move over to is it NASDAQ? Yes, NASDAQ. Okay. NASDAQ was the one that came close to my target. As you all know that I've been looking for that 26.255.9 to be traded above. So basically this is what I was expecting. something like this, but then it just fell short of it. It couldn't go above that 26.255 price level. So going to next week, ne? Going to next week, I foresee such a thing. Going into next week. So since we went below that low, this would be the next target, according to what I see as the stand. And then we can opt to do that. So this is how I see things playing out. So possibly for next week, we can be bearish into the below this low, or we can be bearish into this below, just below this low, and then start gravitating towards that 26.255 level, of which as I said, on the USDT side, I'm not expecting everything to be done in 1 week, and only time will tell and only price will tell. So either way, I'm not doing this to be entirely correct or say that I'm forcing my will on the market, but this is just me seeing what I'm seeing as things stands right now before the market opens. So hopefully it'll pan out as time goes, and yeah, you know, we'll check it out as time goes, Right, that will be it from my side. Remember, this is no trade advice. Please make your own analysis and make informed decisions based on your own analysis. So that's a disclaimer on the information I provide on this YouTube channel. Much appreciated for your time and for watching, and hopefully you can share your points as well as to how you see the playing out. So yeah, so in on short is what I'm saying is because I don't want to be forcing my will onto the market. So basically, I'm expecting a bearish week, which can end in a bullish direction. Hopefully, I said that correctly. Yes, I'm expecting a bearish week, which will end in a bullish direction. So in other words, it will start bearish and then it will end bullish. Or because I'm still looking for this 255, the main bias is I'm still bullish. In short, both the USDT and NASDAQ, and both I'm expecting the same play out scenario, which is weekly bearish but ending in a bullish direction. And however it plays out, I don't really care, and as long as if it can try and get to my target prices. So thanks for your time, thanks for watching, much appreciated, and I hope you have a good trading week ahead, and that everything will align when you take your trade and be on the positive side of things. Much appreciated, and thanks for watching. This is Sniper Stocks FX under 013 ATMFX. Peace out.